Two girls on a bench. Low key.
Adverbs.
Livestream.
Who's that girl? When you see her, she has brown hair, she lives in a town. It's a movie, it's a book, no, it's a Hulu show.
¿Quién es esa niña?
Who's that girl?
Señorita más fina.
She has brown hair.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Hi, this is Shauna.
And this is true.
And this is Two Girls on a Bench.
The podcast.
We write on the bench.
We snack on the bench.
And most of all, we procrastinate on the bench.
Should we start over?
No, we're trying out new voices.
We're really gonna. Yeah. Oh, we're really gonna do that the whole time.
I said I was gonna be cute and have a cute voice, and then Trisha was gonna have a sexy voice.
I want to be like Kathleen Turner. I need
Kathleen
more.
Turner.
I
That's
need more
random
vocal
reference.
fry. Hey, big boy. That's something I say all the time. What? Not.
Welcome to the podcast. And I have a quote that I will just say in my normal voice. And here it is. The road to hell is paved with adverbs. Stephen King.
That's perfect.
Then I wrote down, what is an adverb? It's a word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb. This is sort of a joke to myself because do you want to talk about the Mad Libs?
Yeah, we were playing Mad Libs, I think on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it was St. Patrick. We had a St. Patrick's Day Mad Lib that I had found.
Specifically. Oh, and your husband got adverb. No, he got verb. So we're all going around in a circle. Everybody's taking a turn, and my kid is writing down who says what, and they're like verb, and it's Edgar's turn, and I was like, it's an action word, and he was like, really?
He's like, I know,
it's an action word, Trisha.
But then Trisha started doing that with everyone. Now she's like, person, place, or thing. We're like, yeah, we know all of it.
It was like I had English language grammar Tourette's or something, like a grammar problem.
I always think of an adverb as a ly word. That's what I always say.
Because the end of the definition is always like what you just said, and then it says typically ending in ly.
Yeah, that's just how I remember it myself.
Yeah,
but sometimes I forget grammar. Sometimes a lot I forget grammar. Oh my God, I gotta talk.
When you're not forgetting how to speak, you lose all your grammar.
Yes.
Well, and then I have to do things at work, like everything is in sentence case, right? Which means it starts with a capital, and everything else, even in a title, is lowercase.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, two girls on a bench, but it would be like capital 2 and then lowercase girls on a bench.
Oh.
But title case is when everything's capitalized, but not like of and the.
Or and.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was
this
hard.
This is like advanced grammar.
So when I take notes for us, or
we're working online stuff.
Yeah, we're working on our website, and I was like, everything else has title case, not sentence case. And I'm like, naturally, I do sentence case now. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hilarious. I'm sure this is riveting.
Really
if you're new to the show, I swear we don't just talk about grammar all the time.
In fact, we never talk about grammar. This may be the first time.
This is the longest conversation.
I just thought it was funny because it was the road to hell taped with adverbs.
And also,
Stephen King's funny.
That is a perfect quote for our big topic today.
I know. I also thought that. Look at you, smart. Making a connection.
It's a full circle.
Well, I wanted to tell you something. And I saved it. We're trying to save our fun things to tell each other so we don't say it
it's
before and then retell the story to each other again. So we're trying to surprise each other with our clever lives. I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway,
so many funny things happen this
so
week.
Funny. No, I was just going to say that I have a new like obsession. So in the past, I've been like randomly obsessed with
rocks.
like not the rocks. No, not this is more like books or TV shows. So like I was really like obsessed with like the fundamentalist Latter-day Saints, you know, like all that. I've read like 100 books about it, whatever. So now I'm really obsessed with Waco and David Koresh.
Oh yeah.
That's my new obsession.
Well, that series is really interesting too. It's a lot of things like the perspective from inside that I think none of us really knew unless you read the book.
Yeah.
Which I did not.
Well, there's a bunch of books. The ones I'm reading right now is actually about David Koresh. I'll find the title and put it somewhere. But it's more about him because I was like, I'm kind of curious just to know, like, how did he come to this place and how did it happen? And so, because it's always weird. It's like, how did a cult leader get to where they got to, where people did what they asked them to do and stuff, or told them to do,
or quit their job and put their faith in him,
or give up their wives to them and or their children.
Yes.
Like it's sort of like how they get to the point where like everybody was on board with that. And so anyway, I've just been listening to that, and then I'm just kind of obsessed because I'm like watching the show and listening to the book, and I'm like, ugh.
I think the show's based on like the main agent's book. Like he wrote a book. I think it was like My Life Internal.
Me being a hostage negotiator.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what it's called. I'm just kidding. That's not what it's called. But anyway, if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a series on, I think it's Showtime. Yeah, I think it's Showtime. And there was a series about Waco, a dramatic series, not like a documentary, and based on this book, like a few years ago. And then they did a
saw it. Recently.
Yeah, I didn't see it. And then so we watched that, and then there's a follow-up one that's like the aftermath of Waco, and it's still like in the 90s, but it's like around the Timothy McVeigh stuff. And so anyway, it's really, really well done. And that was a long story to tell you that now I have a new obsession, and it's David Koresh.
And we're not a true crime podcast though.
No. But I'd still like to talk about it.
Oh, totally. Me too.
It's fucked up, but I like it.
Uh-huh.
So that's the end of that story.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
Okay, goodbye. Well, you didn't know that I was obsessed in reading a book. That I saved that really, really juicy piece of information for you.
I like watching shows in the 90s because the characters never pull out cell phones and text each other, and I have to run and jump for my reading glasses in order to read the text that they're sending on the screen. Sometimes I have to rewind it. This is how my eyes are getting. I know Shauna's had bad eyesight from youth, but I have to rewind it, take it back a few scenes for anyone who doesn't know what rewind means, and pause it on the moment where someone's texting, so that I can put my glasses on and see the text on the cell phone.
Oh my God!
Because I can't always read it because it's so small, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, certainly the makers of this show don't intend us to see the text message, and then like something else will happen, and I'm like, why am I confused?
You're like, I really needed to see that.
I needed to see the text message, so now I have to. As soon as someone pulls their cell phone out, I have my glasses like ready. I'm like, they're gonna text. I love it when they do the text message like on the screen where you can see it on the side.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Like,
thank you,
old
filmmakers,
people
TV makers,
the universe are holding hands and singing about that way of treating a text message, because otherwise it's like, shit, stop the show. I have to stop and read it.
This has been Old Lady Corner on the bench.
I literally wrote that down to tell you about it, because I was like, it's so annoying. Somebody else needs to know about it.
These are the things we're saving for you all.
I
hope you appreciate it, listeners.
I can't be the only one.
No, we also, I've gotten into this habit where when it's like Ted Lasso, if I don't understand people, I just put subtitles on.
Oh yeah,
there's certain characters where they talk, I'm like, what did she say?
No, because the accents are so thick, and it's almost like watching Shakespeare, where it takes you a minute to get into the rhythm of like the very deep, rich accents or whatever, and then you kind of understand. You kind of your brain gets used to it. But when we watched the first episode on this new season, we were both, my husband and I were like,
What happened?
What'd he say? And he'd be like, I have no idea. Turn it up. And then we turned it up, and I'm like, I still don't know what he
It
said.
didn't help.
The subtitle thing's super smart.
Well, my kids watch everything with subtitles, which is weird. I don't know why they do that. And I think they always say because it helps them not miss stuff. I mean, which I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but that's what they both watch TV with subtitles. Like in English. It's not like translation. It's just like
maybe it helps them not get distracted. So maybe you need subtitles, like a little like thing on your forehead, and then they'll pay
with
more
the
attention.
words coming out of my mouth.
Empty the dishwasher. And they'll be like, oh, because you put subtitles, I heard the whole thing you said.
Oh, no.
Not just part of it. Anyways, the other exciting thing that happened to me was that I went to Home Goods by myself for like an hour.
So fun.
It was pretty fun. And I
want to go there right now.
We didn't talk about this with your move, but in addition to rocks and napkin holders, you have a lot of clear plastic bins that hold things.
Yeah, I use them in my pantry mostly.
Yes. And so I found 2 full aisles. I sent you a video. I was like, this is your favorite part of Home Goods. I figured out where you get all
I'm
this
not
stuff.
allowed to go there anymore because I have too many. And like I also have too many of those clear containers that you put like
pasta in.
Yeah, pasta, nuts,
cereal,
coffee, tea. I don't know. Apparently I have extra ones. I'm not sure what. Yeah, flour, sugar. I don't know. I have a problem.
I went there specifically to find a napkin holder, which is funny, and I couldn't find one. I found everything else that I've ever wanted to find, but not a napkin holder.
Did you ask someone? It just seems insane that you wouldn't find one there.
I didn't ask someone. No. But I went through the kitchen part twice, and the part with all the plates and cups.
I was gonna say, but maybe it was in the
cloth
where
napkin
placemats.
No, I went
you looked there too.
Yep.
All right, people, if you know where they are, let Trisha know. She's lost in Home Goods.
I am lost.
Home Goods did not sponsor this podcast,
Plus they,
unfortunately. That'd be cool if they did.
Reorganized where everything is since I haven't been there in like 2 years. I was very confused. It's just a mess. There's not one clearance area. There's like a clearance area in every aisle now.
Well, it's kind of like the whole store is a clearance in a weird way.
Yeah.
But
like a clearance is like a good deal. Just saying. Last chance. Okay.
Well, we have a really good show for you today, kids.
Despite what you've heard.
We've been doing a lot of stuff, and then we're like, let's do the podcast now. I feel like we have like an energy lull right now.
I know.
Like all of a sudden, we're all like, we need some like caffeine,
it's
another Diet Dr. Pepper.
We're going to have some really fun snacks, and then we've got a lot of information to give you all that's super fun and exciting that has to do with Bright Club.
Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's get our snack. I'm hungry.
Me too.
Together, we can make a difference. That's been the sign off for everything Livestream for the Cure related ever since the event began back in 2017. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and I am the host of the Livestream for the Cure, an annual charity event to raise money for the Cancer Research Institute for immunotherapy research for a world immune to cancer. And over the past 6 years, we've made that difference together. Amazing listeners, amazing viewers, amazing podcast partners and content creators all coming together, and we've raised over $70,000. But this year, we're going to make our biggest difference to date, and we're going to raise $25,000 for the Cancer Research Institute. Tune into the event at twitch.tv/livestreamforthecure starting May 18th, as we're joined again by podcast partners and content creators from around the world to help the Cancer Research Institute crush cancer. Together, we will make a difference.
Give me that snack book.
Snack book.
Snack book time.
This is a really good one, Trisha. Well, actually, we haven't tasted it yet, but it's cute.
Well, I bought it because of the name. So, snack book is when we have snacks, just in case you're new to the show. But
which is pretty obvious. But
I just, wanted to make that clear. So I saw this and it was called Just the Tip, which made me laugh. Because I'm a 6th grade boy. And it's waffle cone tips. So it's like when you have a drumstick and the bottom is filled with chocolate. It's just that bottom like part. So we're gonna try them. All right, these are amazing, and what a great idea.
I highly recommend this snack. Where'd you get it? Like
Home Goods.
Oh, Home
It
Goods.
was the only one. Everything about me is about Home Goods this week.
I feel like we have to like somehow order these.
Right?
Oh, they're from Turkey. Made in Turkey.
Is there a website?
Apparently I can email them. info@aycnaturals.com.
Huh.
Anyway, just the tip is delicious. It's the best bite is what it says on the bag. And I think you should try it if you can find it. We can't tell you how to find it or where it is.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh.
And there's some other ones. Just the fun part, and it's the waffle cone bit.
I do like a cone, like just the cones without anything.
There's
Yeah.
another one called Muddy Bites, which is bite-sized waffle cones filled with chocolate.
Ooh.
Just the fun part is like, it's a seriously fun snack. JustTheFunPart.com. I don't see anyone called Just the Tip.
And if you
maybe
type that in, something other's gonna pop up.
Don't Google that because it might get you in trouble.
Is it if you go to AYC Naturals? This is really good podcasting. We're just gonna search things on the internet. But this is important, everybody. We need you to know how to get this because we also need to know how to get more of these.
Health food store, AYC Naturals
This is not health food.
in
I mean,
Columbia.
I guess.
AYC Naturals, the
I
family
have another one.
owned website. Food for the mind, body, and soul.
It's a chocolate-filled ice cream.
But
cone
everything
tip.
that AYC Naturals makes is like honey maple syrup, agave, monk fruit, gourmet snacks. Okay.
There's
okay.
no monk fruit in this. This is just straight
No,
up
it's
chocolate.
straight. It's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Well, monk fruit is real.
This is a website that has no other button except for the About Us, apparently.
We're gonna have to get like a pallet of them.
Well, I
A
think
forklift delivers a huge container of these.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Home Goods because I'm gonna bring this like full circle here. I just played an ad that you all heard for the live stream for The Cure by
yeah.
Nicholas Haskins, and I think that I'm gonna go find. There's something called Just the Fun Part, called waffle cones. And I saw that ad, but this one was called Just the Tip, so I thought that was funnier, obviously. So I'm going to go back to Home Goods and get some because I think this would be a great incentive for donations for the Cancer Research Institute.
yeah.
Which is what we're doing. And we're going to have a live segment with Mel from the Brook Reading podcast. And we're going to be on the live segment Friday, May 19th. At 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. midnight, y'all.
Eastern.
12 a.m. midnight? Like, what is that? Obviously, that meant Eastern. 12 Eastern. So, it's late, but it's a Friday.
But it's fun.
What do
and
you
it's
have to
Friday.
do Saturday morning?
Stay up late and hang out with us.
Yeah.
And if you're on the Pacific Coast, then it's
not
not
even
that
late.
late.
Yeah. Deal with it.
And if you're in the middle, then it's halfway late.
There's going to be a lot
I
of
don't know.
fun. There's going to be accents, which you guys know I rule at. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be a lot of just
It's
hilarious,
gonna be fun.
hilarious stuff.
We're really Dude, I feel like we're like those ladies like on SNL with like the sweaty balls.
Yeah,
the
we're
sweaty
just
balls.
like, it's just
It's
really
like,
good.
oh, it's really good.
It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, these are really
I'm
tasty.
really excited right now. So yeah, come join
It's
us.
a really tasty snack.
We'll bring just the tip for you.
I don't
Oh.
think these are gonna last.
No,
I feel like I'm gonna eat them right now.
We're eating all of these. No, what am I going to do? Give you an open bag of snacks? I have threatened to give away open bags of snacks before, but no, I'm going to go back to Home Goods because I have a dog mat I bought for the dog bowl that is like for your small dog for my huge dog on accident. It's like a teeny. I don't know why I thought it was going to work. So I have something to return. Is my point.
Okay.
And I'm going to go check out any waffle cone
Ask somebody while you're there where the
about
napkin holder.
coming back to the napkin holder combo. Yes. But yeah, Livestream for the Cure is a great, great fun event. The entire event is fun. It starts on Thursday the 18th and goes through Saturday the 20th.
It's a bunch of podcasters doing like usually hour-long or half-hour-long segments, and
interactivity.
It's fun, and it's, you know, visual. It's on
Twitch.
I was going to say something else. I'm glad you corrected me. And yeah, it's fun. We've done it for the last several years.
Yeah.
Please join us and come, and you can donate a small amount or nothing, but we would love it if you donated something. So
yeah. Yep. It's super fun, and I feel like the number is really big. Like they've raised with this event like over 60,000 at least.
Yeah, over the last, what is it, 5 years?
6 years, yeah. So,
and each year, like, the goal keeps going up. And so we really need everybody to join us and to donate during our segment so people know we're cool.
Especially during our segment. Save all your money for 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. midnight Eastern. But anyways, yeah. So that's coming. And what other fun stuff do we got to talk about while we eat these waffle cones?
Okay, so
tips.
So we are fast approaching.
Not fast.
I mean, it's kind of slow.
We have like a year. No, not really.
No, we don't.
I'm like, it's only February.
And it's May. So no. We have about...
Speaking of old, that's the theme of the show. I just talked about how I can't read text messages on a show.
Yeah,
like,
this is the old lady episode. Maybe we should just call it that. Old lady
like
episode.
the Golden Girls on the bench right now.
So,
thank you for being a friend.
So anyway, as we approach turning 50, so that's what I'm getting at. We're going to turn 50. 50! We're 50.
I could kick.
We're going to be Sally O'Malley and turn 50. And we're trying to still be cool and like stay hip and like know the slang. So
That's
I bought
right.
these slang flashcards, which has two old ladies racing.
Are you going to quiz me?
And so we're just going to pick one. And this one happens to be something I've recently debated with my children, who are teenagers and cool and say stuff. And then I'll be like, what does it mean when you say that? Because it'll be a normal term that's not like a new phrase. For example, low key. That is it. I'm like, low key. And then somebody said, that's low key something. And I was like, what does that mean when you say low key?
Shauna, you're being low key passive aggressive right now.
So this is the picture on it. It's actually really funny. It's a picture. They're almost like tarot cards. It's like a picture of like a woman giving a guy like a table saw.
I was going to say just the tip. Wait,
and
what?
it says, thanks, hun. I've been low key hoping for a miter saw or meter saw. I don't know how to say that.
Miter.
Miter.
Yeah.
Okay, there. You know these things. So low key means subtly, quietly, or secretively, mildly, moderately. See also kinda, sorta, NBD, which is no big deal.
Oh, NBD.
I know that one. And then low key adjective. There's a big melee of dogs barking in my house.
A melee. Your dogs are low key losing it.
My dogs are low
Actually,
key.
they're high key losing it.
They're crazy. So somewhat secret, little known, somewhat secretive. Also mellow, under the radar, and on the down low. I'm like, so.
Or on the DL.
Yeah, and I was like, if it's like low key, there's not a high key though.
Mm-mm. That's just
so like what?
That
what's
would
the
just
point?
be so low key wanting a miter saw is, you know, like barely
Like
kind of wanting it.
Like I kinda. So why don't you
But
just say kinda?
if
Why do
you because
you have to have
because
a new
they
word.
used a different
This is
word.
So cool.
So if you just want it, you would say, "I wanted one of these." That's high key.
Being more direct.
Being
is
more
high
direct
key,
is
I
high
guess.
key. I guess I don't know.
So you're like, I don't know what one of my
You
kids
seem
said.
low
They said
key,
something
low
like
key
low key
confused. to
Yeah,
me.
they were like, yeah, I low key wanted that, and I was like,
Oh,
so
they used
did
it
you?
like that?
Oh, I don't remember what
Yeah.
they said, but I think it was something like that. And I was like, so does that mean you like kind of want it, or like? I'm all confused. I just stand there.
It won't hurt if you don't get it, but it would be nice if you did.
Oh, see, that's even more nuanced than their definition.
I know.
Which is better. Actually, that makes sense what you
when
just
it comes
said.
to a gift, but when it's like they were they were low key rude, that means like they were almost rude, but not quite rude. But you could feel like that they were
like on the
almost
lower level of rude.
Yeah, secretly maybe just trying to be a little rude, but not like fully letting it out. Whereas if they were fully rude, it would just be like they were rude as fuck.
Okay, I mean, I guess. I'm going to take a picture of this. It's really funny. But it's also just like...
Word of the podcast.
I mean, there's so many. I can't wait to actually go through all these every week. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
They look like tarot cards, though, right?
They do.
And the pictures kind of remind me of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of funny. But anyway...
They low-key resemble tarot cards.
You're really like, you've adapted this well in your life. You're like really using this word.
I'm low-key on board.
I'm not. See? I'm not on board with it.
Not even low-key.
Well, why don't you just say kinda or sort of?
It's not. That's the whole point of having slang. It's to like make a new word for words that already exist.
So that old people don't know what you're talking
exactly,
about. I know.
Exactly. Like no BD, in BD.
No
like,
BD.
No BD. I can't even do the acronym. NBD.
My
is
kids
weird.
always text me. My daughter just texts me right now. I'm on my way home, RN. And I'm like,
right now.
and I get it. Like, it's a shortcut. Or like, good night, GN.
No.
So much, SM.
No.
All those. They do all those. It's just, see, you're not on board with that.
I'm not, because I want to understand when I take my kid's phone and low-key snoop what the text messages mean.
When you put your glasses on to read the text message.
I want to know what they mean. Okay, I don't want a bunch of acronyms for things that shouldn't be acronymed. Acronymized. I don't even know what that word is.
Okay, so just the tip, we're going to call that JTT. That's going to be our new thing.
Oh, no.
I don't know about that JTT.
Hey, Shauna, how's your DP?
Dr. Pepper.
How's your DDP? It's a DDP.
Diet Dr. Pepper. It's like we're just talking code.
Yeah.
It's like Morse code.
You
but
better
not the same.
You should
probably
probably adjust your MS right now. That's mic stand. Get it?
Oh, is it bad?
No, I'm teasing.
Oh, I was like, because I have a problem with moving away from the mic
I know.
and not
Shauna
speaking
likes
into it.
sit way back here and talk.
I do it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard this time to be
Sit
good.
up. It's like doing yoga during the podcast. Just sit up.
I can't. I
straight.
like to lounge.
You like
really.
to be the letter C.
I like to lounge, like, so I have really bad posture and no abs. I don't have any abs.
I'm proud of my lack of abs.
I'm just owning it and loving it and reading the slang flashcards while
And
talking about
eating-
how these youngsters these days are using slang. I don't know. Anyway, that's all the end. Goodbye. Okay. So now we have a really exciting Write Club. Actually, this is actually what the podcast is supposed to be about. Writing. What?
Oh, that's what it's about.
That was really good, Trisha. Were you acting?
I'm a really good actor. I'm really good.
You're all, oh, is that what it's about? I was like, wow. You're
I'm
really...
sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
I think that's almost Russian, which is like not what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to do Canadian. Oh, I'm sorry to anyone who lives anywhere else whose accent
lives
I
in
butcher.
Canada.
Like, lives in Canada. I'm so sorry. I'm SS. So sorry.
So sorry. That's good. Oh,
I'm low-key sorry.
wait, really quick, before we go to Write Club, we were meeting with Mel earlier today to talk about Livestream and like organizing our little segment, and we were talking. And then, I don't know, we were talking about like books and movies and stuff, and Trisha was like, "Yeah, the one that's." That the girl with the brown hair in the town," and we were like. We were just like, wait, we really have nowhere to go with that.
They
Like,
both just like jaw dropped, stared at me, low key annoyed,
low key confused.
and then I went on want
Am I
to
low key?
explain?
Does it
That
work?
worked.
I feel like I'm not using it.
No,
correctly.
that worked. Low key
Okay.
confused. Like you weren't completely confused because it's me and I do that a lot, but you were low key.
But I was like, I'll never guess this. The girl with the brown hair in the town. I'm all shit. I mean,
you're all
where do
Beauty
I start?
and the Beast, little town.
Oh, that we could
Quiet
do
Village.
this. This would be a good one all day. The girl with the brown hair in the town.
This is like a writing prompt game.
It's sort of like the girl on the train
with the dragon tattoo or
The
whatever.
girl with the brown hair in the town. That should be our next, movie.
Should we
script
tell them what it ended up being? I finally connected the girl. Okay, it was a Stephen King theme that we were talking about, and I was like, oh, that series with the girl with the brown hair in the town. And it was like a Stephen King. I'm like, it's a Stephen King story. You guys know what it is. And then I finally I had to sit here for a while where they just
and then you were like, oh, she's
Oh,
the precursor to misery.
Misery.
And then Mel was like, Castle Rock.
and Castle Rock is like the town in most Stephen King books. So I just
And the
couldn't-
girl did have brown hair.
she did.
So it was all true. But it was a really hard one to start with. It's like when someone says it's that thing in the thing where you have the, it's like, yeah, you don't know what they're
I
saying.
say it's that guy from that one thing all the time. And my husband's so used to it now, he'll just, instead of like egging me on and asking who, he'll just go, yep. Because I do it, I have to know who someone, if they look familiar at all, I have to know who they are. But I immediately forget that fact, obviously. I can't remember anything after I look it up. I'm like, Castle Rock. Like, until you said it just now, I didn't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, I kind of didn't either, but Mel did. So
Anyways.
that's why we're doing a segment with Mel, because she knows what's up.
I just realized too during this whole awakening for me that Livestream for the Cure is next Friday.
No, it's not.
Not this Friday. Next Friday. No.
Oh yeah, when this comes
when
out.
this comes out, it will be this Friday.
No, when this comes out, it'll be the next Friday.
Well, that's what I said to begin with. Okay.
What the fuck is happening right now? Now you're messing with time and space. Like, I'm really not going to be able to function after a while. All the guessing.
When
This is coming out on May 9th.
yes, and
Livestream
so-
is May 19th.
okay. So
It'll come
this-
out in 10 days if
hang
you're
on.
listening to this on May 9th.
Hang on.
Okay.
If you're listening to this on May 9th, Livestream for the Cure is next Friday, the 19th.
Yes.
That's
But I thought you were saying it from today.
No.
And it's Saturday. Next
this-
Friday would not be it.
you guys. This podcast is obviously from the future. You should be low key impressed.
You should low-key understand that.
All right, we need to do Right Club now.
Okay, let's do it.
Write it, bitch. Okay, so write it, bitch.
Right Club. You already did it wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I know, but so the Bench Right Club is changing, like we tried to explain last week, but I don't think we ever actually said it. We just talked about it like you already knew because we're so close with you.
Because you really, you know inside our brains, which is good because we don't.
So usually in the past, we have our Bench Right Club prompt once a month and people submit it, their response to it. You take about 3 minutes to write it, whatever you want.
We give you a prompt like last week we did,
Don't open that door.
don't open that door or whatever. And so then you do whatever you want with that.
And then we read it on the podcast.
So now we're going to do it all around a particular group
Theme.
of characters, a theme. And I think we talked about this. Oh yeah, because we read our prompts last
We
time.
did.
Okay, we were trying to remember what we did, even
But-
though it wasn't that long ago, and we're not drinking, so we don't know why our brains still don't work. But anyway,
But we did all of that, but I feel like we never really explained exactly what it is we were talking about. So yes, the end goal of this is to create a small audio drama that is written by all the submissions we get over
Yes.
the next few months and produce 3 episodes so you can hear your writing used in those episodes. And that show is like a sitcom comedy called Steve the Devil Roommate. And Shauna and I have a very different way of how we write together as a pair. We both will write separately, then we bring our writing together. We break it apart and pick out the best parts or the funniest parts or whatever it is we're looking for. And then we take those parts and combine them to create a better piece that then ends up in the final episode or piece of the production.
Right.
So we want to do that, but with all of you and us.
Right. So we're going to be taking the things that you write, and you'll have to give us permission, and we'll have to figure out, I guess, how we're doing that. But you'll have to give us permission. But basically what we'll be doing is taking, so say, for example, you write a dialogue responding to a certain prompt, and someone else writes a really good dialogue too. And they're kind of maybe similar, but have, both have funny things in them. We might take half of your page and half of someone else's page, and we will edit it together so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it flows well. And so anyway, that's why we've created a list of stock characters for this particular project for everybody to work with. So we've created like a framework, characters. Eventually through the writing prompts, you'll see scenarios and plot, ideas coming out of it. So we're sort of leading everybody into this, but with having everyone participate. Does that make sense?
Having more than just us participate in it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, week by week, as you respond to our writing prompt, like we'll give you one today. So in 2 weeks when our episode comes out, we'll read the prompt responses, responses to the prompt. Sounds like speedy responses.
I know, promptly. And then we will do that promptly.
Really quickly, fast. Yeah. Anyways. So we'll read them out loud. So we, when you send us your responses, right now it's just going to be to our email, which is 2girlsonabench@gmail.com.
And that is the number 2 girlsonabench@gmail.com.
And this will all be in the show notes as well. So you don't have to scramble for a pencil while you're driving. Please don't do that anyways. But when you email it to us, you should give us your permission to not only read your piece out loud, but if it's cool for us to use it in the end project.
Yes, for sure. And also, and everyone will get credit, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to be like, and we wrote this, ha ha ha. No, we're giving, everyone gets credit. The crowdsource is written by hopefully tons of people. We want to get a lot of people involved in this. So please tell other writers that to do it. Because it's so much more fun when we can get more people throwing ideas out there. It just makes it more interesting and creative, and people come up with stuff obviously we never would, and that's the whole point of it. So, but we also, on our website, Bench Podcasts, plural.
That's Bench Podcast with an S. benchpodcasts.com.
We have all the info up there too, and
it's under the tab of Write Club at the top of the page, and then there's a page for the writing prompts, our emails on the bottom of each page, and then there's a page with all the characters listed out, so you can see the character names and the descriptions.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the characters. So we've done a quick sketch, basically of a quick sketch, like a quick 1 line, 1-2 sentences about each of the characters, and we named them all. So this is just so we've created a framework for you to work with. So when you're responding to a prompt, if it's really general, you can pick characters you want to do, or we might actually say write a scene with these characters. So that's kind of what or respond to this prompt with these characters or whatever. So I will start out. We're going to read the first one and you read the second one, and then we'll just go back and forth. Okay. All right. So now, first character, most important. Well, actually, they're all important. Steve. And we've also got their pronouns. So Steve, he, him. He's the devil / Satan / Beelzebub. He's eternal, so he doesn't really have an age. He's a great roommate, and he's trying to get a job, and he's pansexual. Okay.
Then we have, he's got to have a roommate, right? Jesus as the Steve the devil roommate's roommate. He is him, hetero, Latino. He's 25 years old. Steve, he's Steve and Anika, who's another character they're all roommates. So it's Steve, Jesus, and Anika are all roommates. Jesus is an all-around nice guy, and he's trying to date.
And Anika, their other roommate, identifies as she, her. She's Indian. She's 25 years old, and she's Steve and Jesus' roommate, and she's a stoner.
Charlie, they, them, is Anika's partner. They're very put together, 25-ish, trying to get Anika to get her life together, basically.
And the next person is Jan. She, her. Chain-smoking widow, knows everyone in their business. She's 65 years old, and she is a salty neighbor.
Yes, this is a
like
sitcom.
This is our favorite character of all time.
We've used versions of Jan in almost everything
Jan
we've
is
written.
our favorite.
Yeah. Or like versions with less saltiness. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I don't know why I'm gonna like give you all the version rundown right now.
Less salty Jan,
sweet Jan,
low sodium,
Jan, diet Jans, you name it. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Then there's Bob, another neighbor. Him, about 60-ish years old. He's shy. He's a scared neighbor. He's like one of those neighbors when you're like, we're gonna all do this. He kind of like is like, no thanks, and runs away.
Right. And then Dave is him, 40s. That's how his age. Sorry, I just put 40 years old, 40s. Lots of hey buddy to his kids and everyone else. We probably should add that. So when we say hey buddy, this is like a joke, but it actually works for so many things. So one time my husband and I were at like Disneyland or somewhere. And this guy that we were calling Weekend Dad, because he seemed to be very like cool and letting his kids do whatever. And he kept saying to his son, hey, buddy, bounce that ball, buddy. Hey, buddy, throw it over here, buddy. Hey, buddy, you gonna sit down, buddy? Have a drink of water, buddy. So anyway, so we say that all the time now. Hey, buddy. And I was like, oh, and in the description, I wrote lots of hey, buddy. And Trisha's like, nobody knows what that means. That's not like a universally understood idea.
Yeah, it's not a slang
but
on
then
the slang card.
He'll be saying it to like the other characters too. Like hey,
Steve, hey, buddy.
Yeah, hey, buddy.
We're gonna barbecue some hot dogs.
So.
I don't know why he sounds like he's like a 1940s telephone operator right now. Anyways, so this is a family.
Yeah,
Dave
is
a family that lives in the apartment complex, and I think I picture this apartment complex kind of like the last place we lived, where it had kind of a swimming pool, a courtyard, barbecue, laundry area in the middle, with the apartments kind of around it. So then it kind of formed a little community inside.
Yeah,
because you all had to kind of walk through the same area to get to your place. People could sit on their balconies and watch you from across the parking.
Which is always fun.
Yeah, which was interesting. And there was like that one guy that always played guitar. Anyways, that old man, that little girl.
The old man that used to sit there with the little girl. They were actually kind of cute.
They were
though.
so cute. Okay, anyway, so this is obviously what you know, right? So we used to live in a sitcom, okay? But
we still do.
We still do. Hear the laugh track. Okay, so Dave rather is the dad, Lori's the mom, and then they have two creepy twins, Bennett and Bella. So Lori is her, 40s as well. She's kind of boring. She calls herself a professional mommy, #blessed. You all know what that is.
You know what it is, and you should be able to like channel that immediately.
Yes.
Then there's Bennett, who's their kid, part of the creepy twins. He's 10 years old. He's a creepy twin of Bella, and he's always selling stuff all the time for school fundraisers.
And then Bella, her, the other creepy 10-year-old twin, is also always selling stuff with her brother, and she adores Steve.
And then there's Paul. Paul is the him property manager of the apartment building, and he responds to complaints from the neighbors. He's uptight and all business. And that is the cast of Steve, the devil roommate. That's not what the song's gonna sound like.
This is a new jingle. Okay. So obviously, like, Jesus is dating, so you might bring in another character that Jesus is like on a date with, because that could be funny. Him introducing, like, I have to introduce you to my roommate. Oh yeah, he's the devil. like Really awful? No, like he's the actual devil.
Like what do you mean? Like he's a bad roommate? No, he's a great roommate.
He's perfect. Yeah.
He's just the devil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, so it gives you like a really great idea. Again, all of this is on our website, so you don't have to like remember everything we just said, but we had a really good time expanding this little universe we started talking about a million years ago for some reason.
We just had Steve and Jesus, the roommates, to start with, and then we were like, oh, they need to have another roommate because that creates like more fun. And then just all the neighbors, that's like, you know,
I mean, come on,
apartment
this is a
sitcom.
dream.
Yeah.
So with that, we're gonna give you today's writing prompt, which the response is due to us the same day as Livestream for the Cure.
What?
May 19th, next Friday for you, since this is the future now. And so what you can do is finish your writing prompt right before midnight if you're on the East Coast because you're a procrastinator like us.
Or right before 9 p.m.
Exactly. And then submit it to us. Or if you're on the West Coast, you can watch us on the live stream till 10 and then really quickly write your, no, I'm just kidding. You
Don't
should be
do that.
Writing it for the whole time before. Just
you should just be like thinking about it and dreaming about it. Okay.
Eat, drink, live, Steve the devil roommate.
Steve the devil roommate. Or as we've affectionately started calling it, STDR. STD is the goodest thing is not just STD. That would be bad.
Also, it's very ironic that we made this acronym earlier and then ended up having this whole acronym conversation a minute ago.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that. Okay.
Because we had the JTTs for snack and yeah.
JTT.
So, BRB.
Okay, do you want to do that? Do you want to read what the prompt is?
Sure.
You should have the honors. Wait, hold on.
Wait. Before
Ready?
you do that, wait. Steve the devil is interviewing for a retail job. Write it as a dialogue. And I don't think we have do we have a page limit or a character count limit or a time limit like we did before?
I mean, we try to do like, I would say the 3 to 5 minutes, you know, just to free write and do it. I mean, we don't want it to be like 20 pages. So we should probably make a page. Let's say 3 pages.
I think 3 pages is good.
Yeah.
Because
but that's if you're, well, we should probably couch that. 3 pages is a lot if you're writing a narrative and it's like an essay.
Yes.
That's like a lot.
Yes.
But if you're writing dialogue and you're writing like Steve and then like interview guy and Steve, interview guy, those would be separate lines. And so 3 pages would equal 3 minutes. Now you don't need to like, I think what we should probably do
is put a sample format.
Is put a
on the
sample
website.
format. What?
Ding! We'll do that next, so it'll be there when you look.
Yeah, so we'll put that on there just so you get a sense.
It's the future now, so it's there already.
It's already there and you get it. But even if, I don't know how else to say it, like it doesn't have to be exactly perfect in that format either.
No.
I don't want that to deter anyone, but we
No.
also don't want like a 3-page book. So that's sort of why I'm trying to explain that.
Think about it. You know, we want to be able to read this on the podcast and not go crazy town.
Yeah.
You know, we used to limit our writing prompt responses to like 250 words, basically. So,
Oh, okay.
you know, that might be a good benchmark.
Get
Mark.
it? 250 words. Okay, should we just make that this with
Just
that?
kidding.
With that?
I don't know how many words.
You're so stupid.
I don't know how many words are in a 3-page dialogue.
I
We
don't
could
either.
probably look though because we have some.
So we're gonna put all this on our benchpodcasts.com website.
it's actually already there for you
And then you can look at it there
and learn
and be
the
happy.
stuff.
And then you're going to be learning a lot of things, and that's good for you.
So truly, the idea is to take all of the wonderful writing you'll contribute to this project and actually produce 3 episodes or more. If we have so much content, we want to do more.
We're shooting for it to be a 3-episode, audio drama.
Like about 10-ish minutes.
Yeah, we
each.
said about 10 minutes each. I don't know if we want to take on anything bigger than that just because it's really time consuming.
We're going to aim small and land big, okay? Like we usually do.
Yay. What? So this is fun. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see what people send in.
Yeah,
actually,
we are.
Please tell your writer friends
Yes,
to do this.
Any part of a writing community, like share because What a nice break from your novel or whatever it is you're working on. Like, what a silly, dumb, fun thing to work on.
Spend like 5 minutes responding to this prompt and
Yeah.
write a dialogue between Steve the Devil interviewing for a retail job. I mean, that could go a million different ways. It's
many
so funny.
directions.
Just imagine Steve at a job interview. Go. It's fun. It is a nice break from anything else you're doing. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
well, that's all. That's pretty good.
All
I
right.
feel good about it.
So we're leaving you with 2 tasks this week.
Yeah, too.
1, join us on Livestream for the Cure next Friday with
Do it.
Mel from the Brook Reading Pod. And also, if you like the show, leave us a review.
Yeah.
It's been like a year since we've had one.
Yeah.
We're feeling lonely.
Well, and we haven't. Yeah.
We haven't done it in
and
the podcast.
Granted,
in a
we
year.
haven't been doing it. It wasn't a whole year.
Oh, almost.
It was several months, but it was not a
Yes.
year. So yeah, but please do a review, rate, review, subscribe.
It really does help, and I know every podcast does this, but it
It's
really
true.
does. And like Sean and I listen to a lot of different audio dramas. Like we're obsessed, especially as we're trying to write our own. And they say that every time. And the other day, Shauna was like, I actually went out and did it because I love the show so much. And I did it too because I was like, yeah, I listen to it all the time, but
I'll get hooked on one and be like
Yeah.
crazy obsessed with it, and I'm like, I need to like let them know it's good.
Yeah.
Let the writers know it. They've written
Yeah.
really compelling characters. Like it's nice to get feedback
it's
in the
validating.
world. So
it's
yeah,
really validating. So, yeah. So don't forget about that, and you can do that also through our website under. I don't know what the tab is because the
And that's
computer
what
fell
it's
asleep.
called.
Is it called reviews? But anyways,
it's
the whole podcast is gone.
I don't know
Where are the
it is.
buttons? What happened? It's broken.
I don't know
Anyways,
what happened.
go to
Okay.
that little hamburger. Click the hamburger. There you go. Yeah, there's a
Oh.
tab called reviews.
There you
So,
go.
Yep.
Also, you
anyways.
can do it on your
Anywhere you
podcatcher
listen. Yeah, we're
of
everywhere.
choice.
So there's that task of what was the task I started with? Oh, come to Livestream for the Cure. And before you
said
do,
2 things.
yeah, and
but
then
it's
I listed
actually
like
3.
8,000 things later.
You didn't say any of
I'm
the things.
like number 1, and then I just kept talking. So that's what I mean about last week. I felt like we just started in on the devil roommate without any explanation whatsoever. And
Well,
then
I
we
think
were
we
like,
kind of did, but we
at
didn't.
the end,
we
we're
didn't-
like, and you're going to help us write it. And then it was like
huh?
over. So hopefully this gives you like a really
Oh my
good
God, my
context.
foot fell asleep and it feels so fucked
Pins
up.
and needles.
Sorry, it like feels like it's not like numb,
It's
like
the-
not even
you
pins
have
and
no
needles.
foot. Yeah.
Okay, I like phantom foot syndrome. Okay, sorry.
If you have questions about this whole process, which you might, you can always email us at 2girlsonabench at gmail.com, the number 2, like we said before. Yeah, reach out to us.
So 1,
1,
do the writing prompt.
2, come to the live stream for the Cure on the 19th. 3,
Tell your friends about
Tell your
it
friends.
that are writers, or I don't know, just tell everybody about
Everybody.
it. Tell them about the podcast too.
share
come
stuff on
join
social
us.
media, like a share on Instagram or whatever really helps. And then 4, it was actually 4 things. Wait, I forgot the 4th one.
Rate, review.
Oh, rate, review. Thank
Yeah.
you. 4 things. That's
Wow,
all.
we can't keep it
2
together
little
for like
things.
a list of 4 things.
2 little
It's rough.
things that turned out to be 4.
Good thing we have this Diet Dr. Pepper. DDT. Wait, DDP.
DDP.
Oh my God.
JTT is just the tip. Brought to you by Just the Tip. Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much and keep writing.
Keep snacking.
Bye.
Bye. It's a lot of dogs. God. Who let the dogs out?
Thank you for joining us on the bench.
Do you want to be a benchling? Be a benchling. Be a benchling.
Wow.
Be a benchling. Be a benchling.
Hey.
Be a benchling. Won't you want to be a benchling too?
Benchpodcasts.com.
Don't forget the kazoo intro.
My really good intro.
Pivotal.
Okay. Low key.
Adverbs.
Live stream.
Who's that girl? When you see her, she has brown hair. She lives in a town. You just went off on a solo.
I totally
You're
fucked
supposed
up.
to key in Essenina.
Yeah, I just started playing more of the music.
I know,
I'm
like,
sorry.
The chorus does go for like 6 more.
I
of
know,
those,
because I
but-
really know the song. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's do it again.
You like look like you're really enjoying it.
I have like the cassette tape of
Oh,
this.
me
That's
too.
why I like
Oh,
know.
God.
That's why I thought of that song. 'Cause I was
Totally.
like, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Low key.
Adverbs.
Live stream.
Who's that girl? When you see her, she has brown hair. She. I don't know what key I'm in. When you see
Sorry,
her-
I'm fucking you up.
I'm like, am I supposed to sing with you at that point? Or am I supposed to let you finish?
Well, no, I just started doing it. We should have practiced more.
Ooh, we're practicing now, just while we're doing it, which is true fashion for us. Okay.
Wait, so let's figure it out now before we do it
All right,
again.
So do your intro. Who's that girl? Then you go did it. Not when you see her. Just go do the same thing you just did. But
then are you gonna?
when you see her, brown hair, she lives in a town. Okay,
How much do you do of it?
that was it. And then you go, can
Oh,
Essenina.
I thought you had like 4 lines. That's why I was
No,
like
I have
confused.
like one sentence. I could write another sentence. Should I write another sentence?